So we're just at B&Q, come to try and find some wallpaper for Eleanor.
I really like when I first picked it up, I was like, I don't know if I like it, but it is quite nice. But
Yeah.
I don't have much yellow in my room, so and I can't really
I think your curtains do have a bit of yellow in.
There's just not that much
Because we were thinking more blue, weren't you?
Yeah, bluey grey is my sort of thing. And then there was another. Do I like this one?
That's nice. Yeah, I like that actually.
Yeah, that's really nice. It still
Yeah,
has
it's
a bit
pretty,
of
that.
yellow in,
Yeah.
and it's like a little bit metallic.
And grey as well, so you could have grey either. Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah.
£12, that's quite good actually. Hi everyone, so sorry not had much chance to vlog today. We got a lot of paint and we got the wallpaper for Eleanor's room, so we've been spending all day painting her room. We've nearly done it now, so I'll show you that later. Also, Holly, one of our dogs, is not well at all. We've got her in at the vet's at 5, so I'm going to take her along. She's looking really sorry for herself, I'll show you soon. So hopefully she'll be okay. She has been a bit like this before, but the worrying thing is she's been eating cat poo. And just worried that it might be something to do with that that's made her poorly, so we'll see what the vet says. So I just wanted to talk about the video we put out yesterday, because as I thought, most people are seeing it for what it was, a bit of fun. You know, it was just a coincidence that we saw them there. But there are those 10%, you know, hardcore IFAM or whoever, that people that just like to complain, professional complainers, who are turning it into something it wasn't. So just like to clear it up a little bit. So just to reiterate, it was a complete coincidence that we went to IKEA at the same time as them. I would never have realised it was them. Eleanor spotted the pink Mini that says IFAM on it. So a lot of people are saying, why have you shown the number plate? Well, if Sarah wants to keep that number plate incognito, why does she drive around in a pink Mini that says IFAM on the back of it? Because I'm sorry, but you're not going to be inconspicuous in that. Everybody's going to see it, so I don't see what the point is there really. Also, the fact that the Ingham family show other people's cars with the number plates on all the time, but nobody seems to be bothered about that, but because it's them. Anyway, just to put all your mind at rest, if it is bothering you, I will try and blur it out. So I will do that later on tonight, just to reassure you. The other point is, well, yeah, so cleared up. We're not stalking them, we just happen to be going to IKEA. And I'm sorry, but I'm not changing my plans just because they're there. I was a bit apprehensive about going in because I have been told that Sarah and Chris are desperately trying to find out my address. They know about the Smug Sarahs and the channel, so I was a little bit worried that there would be some trouble there from them. And I certainly didn't want that in front of Eleanor when I was there on my own. So people saying, why didn't you go up to them? Well, I'm sorry, but you're in the middle of IKEA with a child. I'm not going to start going up to Chris Ingham and telling him what I think of him. So that's just to answer that question. I'm not a confrontational person anyway. I don't go looking for fights. And for what I've heard about Sarah Ingham and her family, I won't put anything past her, and it's not the way I deal with things. I don't go around picking fights with people, wanting to come to fisticuffs and all that. So that's why we didn't go up to them. Didn't want any kind of trouble. What else has been said? Yeah, so I'm not going to change my plans and not go to IKEA when we've travelled all that way. We live about the same distance away from Leeds as the Ingham family do. We go to Leeds a lot. It's our nearest big city. So we do go to this IKEA, we go quite a lot. We go to Showcase, we go into the city centre of Leeds. I'm not going to start not going to Leeds. White Rose Centre, actually closer to us than it is to them. We're not going to try and change our lives just in case we bump into the Ingham family. And people said we shouldn't have gone in if we knew they were there. Well, what about the thousands of other people that were in there? You're going to say the same to them? I could start saying that the Ingham family are stalking us because they went to IKEA at the same time as us. So are they stalking us? It just doesn't make sense. So no, we're not stalking the Ingham family. It was just a coincidence. Eleanor reacted the way she did, not because she used to be a big fan, but to her they are big YouTubers. It's like seeing a famous person. Not that she is a big fangirl and she wanted to go and have a photograph taken with them, because she actually said to me, seeing Chris Ingham in real life actually made her, you know, these accusations, the things that he's done, seem even more real. She wouldn't have wanted to go up to them because she knows what Chris has done. She is the same as me in that she reacts to nervousness by laughing. This has got me into trouble in the past, as Eleanor will tell you. I once laughed at a very inappropriate time because I was very, very, very nervous.
I was about 6 or 7-ish, and it was a big stage, and I was doing like a performance.
She was on stage doing a dance.
I was so nervous. Mum was on the front row, right in front of me, going, and I cried my eyes out.
Yeah, I was so mortified that I felt so bad. But I saw a little girl on the stage and I felt so nervous for her. I started laughing and I'll never forgive myself for it. I feel absolutely terrible. But that's what happens to some people when you get nervous or worried. Some people do react by laughing and being quite hysterical, which is what happened to Eleanor yesterday. So it was just a bit of fun, the video. I thought a lot of people have said that it made them laugh. We're not trying to stalk the Inghams. We're not following them around.
We're taking Holly to the vet.
Yeah, I've told them about Holly. She's not well. So I'll show you poor little Holly, and I will update you when we've been to the vets and let you know how she is. We've had the delivery from IKEA. Not put it together yet. This is poor little baby. She's just been on the sofa all day. Oh, sweetheart.
She's quite floppy. She's been sick like water and slobbering quite a lot of the time.
Darling. Hate to see him poorly. She's usually so lively. It's just not like her at all.
Yeah, she's normally like fighting, and I had a pancake and I was sat next to her. She won't even want. She's not even wanting to have.
She's
food.
Not wanting to eat, is
like,
she?
I gave a tiny bit to the dogs after I'd eaten it, those two, and then I was like this, a tiny little bit, just to see if she wanted, because she hasn't had anything today, and she went like that to change them out. So she's not wanting to eat, and that's not like her at all.
No, it's not like her.
Like, she'll go on the table to try and find food.
I think she needs some antibiotic injections or something. Yeah. Poor little sweetheart. Eleanor's been helping us paint, hasn't you? That's why you've got your old stuff on. She's managed to get paint on her trousers, but never mind. To the vets with Holly. She's had 3 injections, an antibiotic, an anti-sickness, and some vitamin injection that's supposed to stimulate the appetite. Then she's got this probiotic, omeprazole to settle the stomach, and then antibiotics for a week. The vet thinks it's gastritis, but we've got to keep an eye on her and take her to the emergency vets if she doesn't get any better today in a few hours. But she has eaten a bit of the chicken, which is good that we got her, because she's just got to be on chicken and rice. So a little update on the room. It's a nice colour. You can't see it very well actually, guys. But it does match the curtains, doesn't it?
Just give it to me so they can see. So if you can see, you can obviously, that isn't the colour by the way, these were the testers, but they were too dark. This is the other wall. This was the first, this is the wall that we're going to wallpaper, so this hasn't been painted. Then that's it, you can sort of see the difference now. More, it matches the thing. As you can see, it's a little bit darker than on camera because it's not really showing up on the camera as much.
Yeah, but we'll show you when everything's finished. So I feel like we've had a really busy day today. I'm just going to get my pyjamas on. My back's aching from the painting and all that stretching, but I'm sure it will have done me some good. Bit of exercise, which I desperately need. I hope I explained properly about the video yesterday, and just something else that sprang to mind is about privacy, and some people saying you should have asked permission to film the Ingham family. Well, just clear this up. There are no privacy laws in the UK. I've been told that by a policeman. So my hair's sticking up there. You can film, if somebody's in a public place, and you can film whatever you like basically. And come on, let's be fair. The Inghams film everybody and anybody all the time, even in, you know, when they're going in intrusive in people's changing rooms and people are in the background. So we haven't done anything wrong there. You're allowed to film people in public places. And if you think about it, anybody who's in the public eye, say for instance, well, any YouTuber or pop star, whatever, they're going to get people who want to photograph them. People do it for a job, don't they? Paparazzi. They sell the photographs, they can put them in newspapers. It's perfectly legal, and it's what people kind of who are in the public eye have got to expect, really, to be at a certain extent. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and it's definitely not illegal, and it's definitely not stalking, the fact that we were there at the same time as them. So yeah, I think hopefully I've cleared everything up about that. Thanks for watching, and hope to catch you tomorrow. Make sure to give us a thumbs up and a like, subscribe. Oh yeah, while I'm here, don't forget the protest on the 16th of February. Little birdie's told me that the Ingham family are quite worried about this. Because YouTube are going to have to take notice, basically. This protest is going ahead. 16th of February, 12 o'clock, outside YouTube headquarters, which is just round the corner from King's Cross station. If you Google it, you can find it. It starts at 12. Make sure you bring banners and whistles so it can attract lots of attention. 100% peaceful. Not going to be any trouble at all. It's just people wanting to try and get our children protected and close loopholes. So I hope everybody can make that, many people as possible. And yeah, thanks guys.